Don't be walking down the street in Korea with your poker face on. Like, you know people staring at you, right? Say something back to them. Say hola. I mean, hola, Lord. Say 안녕하세요.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy.
안녕하세요. Ambie speaks Korean. 와주셔서 감사합니다. Welcome to my channel. Before I get started, I want to just say thank you to all of the new subscribers I have gained on this channel. This is crazy. Just a month ago, I only had like 4,000. Now I'm close to like 10,000. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel. So the topic of today is how do I make friends when I travel, right? Specifically to Korea. So how I make Korean friends to practice with, etc. However you want to take this video. So this question came from here, this person here. Thank you so much for asking me this question. I get it all the time, and it wasn't until I saw your question when I'm like, okay, I need to address this video seriously. So guys, in this brief video, I just want to share with you all, how do I make friends when I travel by myself to Korea? So I did this video on my main channel, but I did it for like a broader audience for how to make foreign friends in general when I travel, but specifically for when I'm in Korea. So it's simple, guys. What I do is I'm social. So as you all see in my vlogs in South Korea, my travel vlogs on my main channel, I naturally talk to people. I'm not afraid to make conversation in a taxi cab. I'm not afraid to make conversation in a supermarket, on the street, wherever I am. I'm just not that type of girl. I'm not afraid to make conversation. So number one is, yes, you have to be sociable, right? You have to socialize with people, not be afraid to. And since my main goal for even being in South Korea is to learn the language and to get good at the language, I can't get good at the language if I'm not good at talking with people, right? So the bottom line is I understand the importance of practicing and talking to people in order to get better at a language. So that makes it a lot easier for me to make friends. When I'm by myself, let's say when I was in Jeju, right? It was easy for me walking up the street. People, they stare, sure. But eventually I'll say, oh, you know, 안녕하세요. And sometimes that creates a window for them to say, oh, like, do you speak Korean? And immediately I'm like, yes, I speak Korean. They're like, where are you from? You'll be shocked. A lot of times people, when they stare, it's not because, oh, I'm just staring because it's just this. Whatever the reasons that you all create in your head of why people stare, right? Whatever it is, it can be true, it cannot be true. But in my mind, people stare for a reason. They think you're cute, they think you're different, they really want to say something to you, but they don't know if you speak their language. And what I do is I go with that third one. So when people stare at me, sometimes I'll be like, oh, 안녕하세요, 잘 지내요, how are you? Whatever. And then they'll be like, oh, you speak Korean, how did you learn Korean? There you go. They're invested in you, they're interested in you. You know, that's how I attract friends. If I'm in a restaurant and I'm talking with the waiter, like, hey, what do you recommend on this menu? And I try my best to say these things in Korean, and that usually do open up a conversation window. Like, hey, where are you from? What brought you to Korea? What are you doing here? Who do you know here? People ask you these things because they're trying to get to know you, and sometimes they want to be the one to help you around. They want to be the one to show you or tell you about Korea. So that's literally the story of my life when I'm in South Korea. There's never a day where I have not made like 10 friends, okay? It is never a day. Well, maybe 10 is a lie, but 3 or 4 people minimum, right? I'm always making friends wherever I go. I remember I was hanging out with some YouTubers in South Korea last year, and one of the YouTubers, she said to me, like, girl, you just so friendly. That's because these people were staring at us. I'm like, oh, 안녕하세요. And then before you know it, now they want to have a whole conversation. I know what I'm doing. I realize everybody don't like that because everybody's not that sociable, right? But for me, I like that because for me, now I can practice Korean. So that literally is how I draw people in. I use my skills to my advantage, right? But no matter where I am, it's not a certain place that you have to go to make Korean friends in South Korea. If that's what a lot of you are asking. It's not a certain place. It's you. You have to be sociable with people. I never understand people that say, oh, I've been in Italy for 10 years and I couldn't make friends. You know, it's been hard for me to learn Italian because of blah, blah, blah. No, it's hard to learn Italian because you are struggling with the number one thing that people that learn language struggle with. They struggle with the fact that they're going to make a mistake. You're afraid of making a mistake. You're afraid of sounding, quote unquote, stupid trying to speak the language. And the difference between us that effectively learn languages versus people that still stuck on their second language is we're not afraid to talk to people. We're not afraid to make those mistakes. Honey, I make 10,000 mistakes in English, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, Korean, all the languages that I'm speaking currently. I'm always making mistakes. That don't keep me from talking. You can learn all day long, but if you're afraid to get out there and talk to people, you won't get better. So it's the same thing when it comes to making friends. You have to be able to talk to people. When you're at the nail salon in Korea or Vietnam, wherever you are, what does it hurt to look at the lady and say, oh, I like your hair, I like your bag, I like your nails. Where do you go to get your nails done? We're gonna say this person don't speak English, right? Watch this. Y'all won't believe this because this happens to me all the time. Actually, this is how me and my boyfriend, this is how we communicate most of the time because he don't speak English, right? And I'm still learning his language. Peep this. Let's say the lady don't speak English. How about you get out your phone and you put in the translator, I like your nails. Play it back in Vietnamese so that she understands it. Do you guys know just little stuff like that make people happy? They'll be like, oh, thank you. You know, she might say it in Vietnamese, cảm ơn, you know, whatever. Sure enough, y'all can't communicate. But you know what ends up happening? Well, at least for me, they'll be like, let me see that phone. And then they'll say something back to me and press the speaker and then it's in English, right? So here we are making a connection through a translator app on your phone. I have made friends just doing that, even with my boyfriend. You know, he liked me, I liked him, but the only issue was he spoke Chinese, I didn't speak Chinese. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta learn Chinese. Because this man fine as hell and I can't even talk to him and he trying to talk to me, but I don't understand him. Long story short. But you have to go outside the box and be social with people. Don't be walking down the street in Korea with your poker face on. Like, you know people staring at you, right? Say something back to them. Say hola, Lord. Say 안녕하세요. 잘 지냈어요? How are you? You know, 잘 지내요? 밥 먹었어요? Have you ate today? Blah, blah, blah. They might be like, why you care? Whatever. Bottom line is you created a line of communication, right? I said this story in my last video on how to make foreigner friends on my main channel. I was in Montreal like a few months ago, a while back, and I remember being in an airport and I saw this man. I knew he was Korean. I know my people, right? I knew this man was Korean. So I looked at him and I was like, 선생님, 한국 사람입니다. Are you a Korean man? And he looked at me, he was like, holy cow, you speak Korean? That's exactly what he said, y'all. His English was perfect, better than mine, okay? He clearly was born and raised in the States. He was like, holy cow, you speak Korean?
I think that's so cool.
And I told him, I was like, Dad, 저는 학생입니다. 한국어 공부하고 있어요. 정말 좋아해요. And he was just like, wow, that is so cool. Hey, I'm on the run right now, but do you mind if we exchange cacaos? And just like that, me and him, we made friends. And to this day, like, we talk to each other. We be talking to each other on Facebook. He's really cool. But my point is, I wasn't even in Korea and I made a Korean friend. You have to talk to people. How to make friends. Being friendly, being in different social environments, and actually socializing with people, not looking like Sasha Fierce and I'm not from here, so I don't want to talk to nobody because I don't understand the culture. Change that. You know, you have to be sociable for people to be attracted to you. And people are naturally attracted to friendly faces. Okay? So no poker faces. Bruh. That's it for this video. Thumbs up if you all enjoy. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my video. I am Amber Gonzalez from Ambie Speaks Korean. 감사합니다. 안녕.
One by one, them a step in on me yard, them a enter, them be 2 by 2. Ooh, yeah. Go low, man I tell them man, I tell them me then go slow. Them a feeling on my vibe and see the girl them